Welcome to Tylervision, Intense TV. I'm your host, Robert Lewis Tyler I. And tonight we have a very special guest. We have LaRoy Wainwright again one time, and it's always a pleasure to work with LaRoy Wainwright. Minister LaRoy Wainwright will be here in just a minute, and my co-host will be here, Roland Martinez, KSVY Radio right here. And I was going to tell you on Friday night, right? So I'm designated driver because I'm the only guy that doesn't have any vices. So I don't drink, so I'm supposed to drive. So I'm dropping this guy off in his car, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And I pull up and I go, well, I'm just gonna park your car in front of this fire hydrant. So I'm just joking. Well, he's all drunk. He's tired. He's hungry. He's cranky. He's mad. And then he gets all violent. So he jumps out of the car, wants to fight, right? So I'm like, I put down my food. I got my steak, put down my food, my cell phone. I'm like, okay. It's like in the middle of the street. This guy's. And finally, he backed down. I took about 10 runs at me, and his girlfriend said, no. So he finally backed down, so I won't mention any names. Hilario Aguero. And I won't mention any names or anything. So I was just joking. I was going to park it, by the fire. I did. I parked it by the fire, and I left it there because I was joking at first, and then I was serious afterwards, right? So I want to introduce a fine young man, always impeccably dressed, and that is Minister LaRoy Wainwright. Welcome to the show, LaRoy.
Hey, my friends.
It's good to see you here again.
Hey,
yeah.
wonderful to be here.
In a while.
Definitely. Yes.
So, boy, howdy. Where were you from now again? You're from
Originally San Bernardino.
San Bernardino. And
Southern Cal.
I'm from Riverside, which is
Movale.
close by Movale, and lived in Rubidoux a little bit, and which is right by San Bernardino.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Stone's throw away.
Yeah, pretty much.
So. I was gonna say, later on in the show, can you do a live performance for us in the show?
Definitely.
Could that be arranged? It's possible and highly probable.
Yes,
So were you born in San Bernardino?
Yeah, originally born in San Bernardino.
Okay.
Born and raised. St. Bernardine Hospital.
Right.
Back in the early 60s.
High desert, right?
No, actually, no, San Bernardino.
San Bernardino's high desert.
Yeah, I guess they would
It's
consider
got
high
some
desert,
sage.
yes, yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, it was all sagebrush and coyotes and
grapevines.
roadrunners and lizards.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty much paved,
pretty
watered
much,
and green.
Big city.
Yeah, it was all desert when I was a little.
Yeah. Haven't been there I was there last year actually.
Yeah.
Went back to visit my kids and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it gets a little smoggy down there, but I like the
Big
weather. It's
time.
always warm. I like
Yeah.
the sun and the heat. So it's like apples and oranges. You know,
Yeah.
up here you got cold and wet, but
Right. Take it.
the
or
air
leave
is
it,
pretty
huh?
clean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who were your heroes and role models that inspired you when you were growing up? Which
Wow.
anybody?
That's a good question. Can't really say that I had any role models other than my father, I guess. I won't say I guess. My father, he was the best role model possible.
Right.
That he could be for us, and so I'm grateful for that. Other than that, not really many that I can call offhand.
You had any questions, Roland?
Well, I'm just. We were talking before the show that he's completing school to get his music degree and everything, and I for one, I'm proud of that. Are you taking your music degree so that you can understand what you're writing more, and so you can compose some more music and get along with that, or is it just a personal goal to?
Well, actually, that's what I started out with, going to mainly for personal. And then I thought about getting my degree in teaching. Then after going through the first semester, I don't know if I really want to do this now. So as I said, I started working full time. So what I'm going to end up doing is next semester, cut my classes completely down to probably one. And that's one of the musical classes.
Yeah.
But to be able to understand the theory, that's why I started taking it in the beginning. And
Exactly, and that helps with composing music and everything. Especially when you have other musicians. Now I know, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm somewhat a musician also. And with our group, when you have other musicians with you, there's a lot that don't understand the reading of it and everything. So they're playing by ear.
Yes.
Bravo to them. But I also feel that learning your craft helps out a lot too. You're open to more worlds of different kinds of not just one genre too. You can play others and understand what all the symbols and dots and dotes mean and all that. It also Well, I mean, that's about it. Yeah, it just opens up those kind of worlds to you. You know, that way you can understand. But it will also help you in learning other instruments too, if
Most
you
definitely.
decide to get that done.
Yeah.
So are you going to UC Berkeley then?
No, that would be wonderful. Actually, I'm just going to community college,
Right.
Contra Costa.
Okay, yeah.
And
I went to, what was it, Solano College.
Solano,
Which is right over here. That's where I went,
Yeah.
which is not too far away from here.
Yeah.
And then my son's taking digital music, film studies, and advanced math. So I said, which one do you like best, the digital music or the film studies? I like the math. I'm like,
sound.
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like almost 19 right now, so he's
well, you got to have that. Definitely got to have the math somewhat down in order.
yeah, it helps with the
Yeah,
music.
big
The music brings out the math in your brain
Yes,
anyway, don't you guys
definitely.
think?
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, it structures the mind to, geometrically. You have the, it's like math, right?
It's all
it's
mathematics.
like the language of.
It's all mathematics, basically.
Right.
And I wasn't real savvy in math. But the ear.
Right.
It's what I had, but like you were saying, you definitely, it's wonderful to know what you're doing in most cases. And for me, it's just getting a bigger vocabulary.
That's right.
So I got things I hear inside of me that I can't actually bring out. I know it's there. Once I get it under my fingers,
Right.
Yeah, then you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I have a cousin that he would always, he'd always try to compete with my brother and myself when it came to playing guitar. And a funny story, he had at one time 8 guitars that I know of, and my brother and I asked him, how many are you going to buy until you learn how to play one, but he would always say, well, he would hear a guitar solo, and there'd be like so many notes in there. He goes, there's no way you can write that down. I go, yeah, musically you can. It's all math. You just break it down into what it is. He goes, no, I can't believe you can't write that down. So one time my brother and I kind of composed something and showed him that it could work. Because my brother's a musician also. We composed something and we go, here, this is what I'm playing. Did that. He goes, oh, well, he still doesn't quite get it, but. It's amazing. It's its own language. It's like reading a book. Once you get it, you start looking at sheet music and you, okay, now
I can't.
Now I know how to
read music. I guess none of the Beatles could read music either. They did all right, but they only played. You said they only played one genre of music, right? It's like rock and roll. That's it. Pretty much. Did you have you worked with any? I know I saw you on stage with John Peruk, the left-handed guitar player over at the Empress Theater. Performing and from Santana, right? And have you worked with any other up and coming stars?
Tom Peltzer, he's the actual sax player for Tower Power. When you were there, that's actually I did that show with them.
Right, that set.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Tom Peltzer.
Tom Peltzer.
And if I said that wrong, Tom, forgive me.
So how did it feel to be on stage with Tom? Is it like
it was a good experience. I mean, I played with.
You guys kind of like gelled just right together, kind of.
Yeah, it sounded really well and everything. I mean, he's a well-learned and accomplished sax player.
Right.
And I was honored. I'm always honored when I'm playing with other horn players that have been out there and doing some bigger things.
Right.
So I'm grateful for the experience, that I've had over the years of just being in the presence of different artists. Everything has been a wonderful experience.
Fantastic. So, boy, howdy, you think you want to do a live performance for us right about now? Would that be arranged, you think?
Sure can.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
most definitely.
Why don't you introduce the tune and go ahead and set it up for us and play. And and tell me the name of what's the name of the first one you want to do?
Now that you make me, I really didn't have any particular song, but whatever I have queued up on the on the
right
the iPad, I'll play that first one.
Okay.
And I think it's one of my gospel tunes.
All right, great.
I think it's I Need Thee.
Fantastic.
It's on there. And it's a
all right,
small
so
worship
go
song.
ahead and set that up for me.
Most definitely.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
So, while we're waiting for that beat to drop, I'm going to go ahead and introduce him on camera 3, coming up pretty quick here. Minister LaRoy Wainwright, live, performing right here on Tylervision Live, Tylervision Intense TV, Channel 28, American Canyon, all the way through St. Helena, UVerse 99 Bay Area, and live streaming worldwide, online right now. And also, we're going to compress this and upload this to YouTube. YouTube channel is Tylervision 7. So Tylervision 707, that's the YouTube channel to check. So stay right there. So can you, and what was the name of that one? And did you write this one?
No. This is an actual gospel standard.
Right.
Yeah.
And what would your next? And you want to do one more for us?
Sure.
While you're up here.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see.
You
How about we do something fun?
I'll introduce it on camera one, and you want to play the other sax? Or
No,
this one?
actually, yeah, this one because I didn't bring it. I just brought that for pictures.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's fantastic.
Let me get this up real quick.
Yeah. While we're waiting for that beat to drop, I'll introduce this next song. What's the name of this next song?
This is going to be a fun one. This is
okay.
Gonna be
This
a
one's
real fun
this
one.
one's just right in the same.
Well, I say fun.
Vein.
It's going to be it's a classical.
It's in the same role. So, yeah, we got like 15 minutes left almost. So we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
To kick back and play. So we're ready?
Yeah, this one is going to be Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Okay,
Oh,
fantastic.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Ready?
Yeah, so we'll wait to beat the drop, and then we'll switch it right over to camera tree. That's no, I'm just kidding. We're not that old, right? So yeah, that's fantastic, man. That's
Pretty
great.
nice arpeggios you had in there.
So,
Sounding a little smooth, yeah.
so do you have any events coming up? Do you have like do you have like a ministry, like a church, a location, like where you're gonna be performing at and stuff like that?
It's 8411.
84th
Street in Oakland.
84th
Center
Street?
Hope. Yeah,
In
Center
Oakland?
Hope.
Center
It's
Hope?
where I'm at. Yeah, it's where I'm
Okay.
at. We're usually regularly on a Sunday basis.
Okay.
Bishop Reams. They're the pastors, Brandon and Marie
And
Reams.
and you'll be performing there, right?
Yeah, I'm usually there. On every Sunday.
And what
Yeah.
time? What time?
They have two services. They have the 8 o'clock service, and they also have an 11 o'clock service. Normally,
Okay.
I'm at the 11 o'clock service.
And it's 11 o'clock till
11 o'clock until about 1:30.
About 1:30, right,
give and
yeah.
take. There's a lot of events that go on there.
Yeah.
Just did a thing about a week ago with Danny Glover.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it was
How
really
did it
nice.
feel to work with him?
Oh, it was cool. I mean, he
Yeah.
came up. It was for Black History Week. He came up and
Down to earth kind
yeah.
of guy.
Oh yeah.
uh-huh.
Big time. Yeah, big time. Shared some great things.
Nice.
Overall, and Pete Escovedo, she leading them. They've all been there too. We did a Christmas
Fantastic.
program there with them.
Can-
Always playing with Juan.
Can you get him to come on my show?
Hey, you know what? I got his number.
Okay.
I got his number. I can
That's
call
all
him.
it takes, right? Yeah.
Call
And
him.
get maybe John Peruk from Santana come up here too, right?
Actually, probably Juan, Pete's son.
Right.
Yeah, I play with him pretty frequently.
Yeah?
Juan
Okay.
Escovedo. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some other guests coming up. Right now, Francis Ford Coppola, he's in Italy till the 15th.
I've heard of the
But
name.
when he comes back, we're gonna go ahead and try and set something up right here, and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
cool.
So, do you have any creative hobbies like oil painting or sculpting or anything other than music like that you do?
Yeah,
Like-
I'm a doodler. I like to doodle. I got so many different things that I've written on and just, and it's almost like I keep hearing this thing, especially years ago, telling me, go get some oils and different things like that and start putting it on canvas.
Right.
Never did it. But I there's so many things I don't know, when I come up with these things, just off the spirit of the moment.
Right.
I like to do that too.
Yeah.
I took art in school as an easy grade just to take the class.
Yeah.
And pencil on paper was always my best medium. Anytime I had to do color on it, I was like, I always get it wrong or something. I'm never too clear, but a nice black and white piece. I'm like, there you go. See that? Because I can imagine what it's supposed to look like. Yeah. Where all have you been with your music? Have you been to New Orleans and played some jazz there, some blues?
Actually, no, I haven't. Not to New Orleans. I've traveled to Mexico, actually, as in missions. Gone there, played for some of the orphanage homes, which were wonderful. I mean, I've seen some really dark things there, but ultimately it was truly a wonderful thing and a blessing to be able to go at a time when you were able to get into Mexico and get out with no issues. So I've been there, Atlanta, Georgia.
Did you go to the underground?
No.
No, didn't see that. Next time you go, you should probably hit there. I think if you got a chance to go there as a musician, not just as a tourist, but go there for the reason of playing, I think you'd like that setting. It's some parts of it would remind you if you haven't been to New Orleans, but there's a lot of jazz music, and blues and all that, and of course the South is just like really known for that. Atlanta has some of the best flavors when it comes to that too. The underground, you go there, it's kind of like a big community mall area under there, but there's like clubs and everything also. You try to check that out next time you go out there, man. Yep.
So we got about 6.5 minutes left. Time flies when you're having fun,
yeah,
right? It goes by
quick.
half hour goes by really quick. So we do like live call-ins and stuff like that. Some of the viewers texted in while you were playing, and they said we lit inspirational candles to the first song you did. They said this,
cool.
and they took a picture of it and sent it to me.
Oh, did they?
So,
Wow, cool.
Had the whole house lit up with candles. They go, this is some inspirational saxophone playing right here, music.
Cool.
Nice.
So it's like
Well,
nice,
they
to
definitely
hear
get
from,
the
nice to hear
CDs,
from the fans, right?
They can get the CDs on the website.
Yeah, we got at the end of the show, the website, we got the email, we got the website,
Get your pin
phone
number.
number. He's got his
Yeah.
phone number, got his PIN number for his bank account. No, I'm just kidding. We
Yeah.
didn't put that in. But, we got all this set up at the end of the credits. You want to get contact. And then I forgot to put in Facebook, too. Facebook on LaRoy Wainwright, which you can also, friends on Facebook as well. And then we can watch him on YouTube. Tylervision 707, one word, right? So on YouTube. So do you have any messages? Were you just like blessed with gifts, or was you born just like with all these gifts, like blessed, or you have any messages or advice you want to give out to the audience?
How about Cell Block 8? You want to say something to them?
Yeah, you want to shout out to
Cell
we
Block
have
8.
a captive audience tonight. The Napa Jail.
Yeah. Definitely we'll give shout outs to Cell Block 8. Definitely. I was once a prisoner myself, facing 50 years, but I just thank God he miraculously allowed me to be delivered of the 50 years. I did 12 years in the federal prison. But anyway, I just want to encourage you that, you know what, you can get out and you can do well. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you really want to do the right thing, you can get out and do the right thing. I went to school, got my bachelor's in counseling. I'm not saying that I haven't had any setbacks, because I have. I'm not saying that I haven't went back to some of my old ways, because at times I did. But the bottom line is you get in with a good support team and everything, and you can actually come out and make it even when the odds are stacked against you. Trust the fact to know I did everything to try to get a viable employment and all that, and there was a lot of slammed doors, but eventually doors started opening. And so the key is don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. And if you do play music, if you like music, it was a gift for me. It was something that God blessed me to have. I'm now going to school trying to understand what I'm doing and broaden that area vocabulary-wise, so I can do greater things musically. But the bottom line is that for me, without the Spirit of God in me, I can't do any of this anyway. So I just keep you encouraged and say, keep plugging, keep plugging, keep plugging.
Great pain inspires music.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can
nicely
definitely feel it, when you play, man. You can tell that, man.
We got about 3 minutes left, so I was gonna say, I know one thing about you that a lot of people don't know. It's this guy, he likes shoes, man. He's got like this shoe collection that just goes on and on and on, and they're all just like Stacey Adams, he's got all these Giorgio Brutinis. I don't know. It's just immaculate.
Well, that's my
right?
drug of choice.
Because
now.
you're always dressed
There you go.
impeccably, right? Yeah,
Thank you.
the
Thank
shoe
you.
collection.
Thank
That's
you.
what I like. And,
Thank you.
And somebody stole some of my shoe collection, so all I have is like one Stacey Adams left. And that's it right now. So,
Yeah.
I'm wearing tennis shoes under the desk right now. No one knows it.
I wear my house
Can't
slippers.
tell. Hey, can't tell.
Yeah, they can't tell there. I wear my house slippers. No, now they can tell. Hey. Look at those, man. Look at those.
Well, I give shout out to
Nice.
Belvedere, Mr.
Right.
Belvedere himself. So
Right.
you know, I can't tell you how many Belvedere shoes I have, but again, it's all a part of my prop. Basically, it's
So-
a part of my prop.
So we got about 2 minutes left. Do you guys want to do any quick shout outs before the show's over?
You want to say name your website that you're building up?
It's on the
Yeah, the
credits,
website
too.
is it's definitely on the credits, but it's going to be LaRoy Wainwright Ministry.com, where you can actually purchase CDs and so forth there on that site. If you do want CDs, I can download them online now. They're $20 a piece. For those who are locked up who can't get it, you know what? Call me after the fact and whatever. I'll bless you with them, nonetheless. But other than that, shouts out to my wife as well, and family and friends and enemies and so forth. You know.
Right. And Roland?
I would like to say if you are in the Sonoma area or have tunein.com, you can listen to me live on Tuesday, 7 8 on KSBY 91.3. It's a country hour with Roland Q Show. Also every other Thursday. This Thursday is the first included at Stone's Bar and Lounge.
And when
Sports
am I
Bar
going
and
to
Lounge.
when am I going to co-host on this radio station?
When we can get you down there. We're going to have to get the plane and get this company
Did
helicopter
they
and
have the
fly you down.
Learjet? Because
Well, the Learjet, unfortunately, would just take off and then just land right in Sonoma.
speaking of
15
Learjet,
minutes.
we're gonna have a limousine service pick up our guests and bring them here. We also have a new sponsor I wanted to tell you is Doc's Trophy Shop, which is right down the road here across from McDonald's on Jefferson. So that's one of our new sponsors, plus the limousine company coming up, and we have 2 other new sponsors in the works. I won't mention their names yet. So all I just want to say right now, what we'll do is I'll read some credits and then we'll roll some credits, and then so I just want to say, boy howdy, guests of the Tylervision show, stay in cardboard boxes, transportation provided by Boxcars. We'd like to thank our guests right here, LaRoy Wainwright, and our sponsor, Sal the flower guy, who delivers these flowers faithfully every week. Beautiful flowers on the set every week, sometimes 2 or 3 arrangements, right, for the last year. That's 52 weeks. So we want to thank my co-host here, Roland Martinez, KSVY Radio, and our live studio audience. We want to thank our TV studio audience. Napa TV studio audience is the best in the world. We got some, I got a Sacagawea coins for Roland.
Oh, thanks.
Got a new car for the live studio audience right here.
Darby
right?
Gold hair.
We got the headshots for everybody right there, you know. So
Looks like D'Artagnan right there in that top one.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that the three Stooges?
Three Musketeer Stooges.
So God bless you and yours. And remember YouTube, Tylervision 707. So until next time, America. And pretty much we're out of here. So we can still chat.